Hi, everyone. My name is Allison Ogden, and I'm a consciousness coach. And I am here to share just a little snippet about each of the five personality patterns. This is a framework and a book written by Steven Kessler, and it's something that I have found a lot of relief for myself in understanding and working with this framework, these patterns. The basic idea is that our birthright as humans is presence. That is who we are. And yet, life is overwhelming. And whenever we find ourselves in distress, in overwhelm, in upset, we have a set sort of patterned energetic pathway that we follow. That sounds a little woo and complicated, so I'll break it down like this. Um, when you look at different systems of personality sort of categorization, like astrology or the Myers Briggs or the DISC, any one of these sort of say, like, this is your pattern, this is what you do, this is who you are. And the personality patterns turns that on its head and says, no, 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 your presence. And in the face of overwhelm, when you were little, you took on these patterns to manage the overwhelm. These are survival strategies and they are mechanisms that are put into place very early on. And so we get it twisted and think that's who we are. But by understanding these patterns and recognizing them, it gives us the tools and the understanding to be able to come back to presence and be in the present moment. So I'm just going to go through the five personality patterns very quickly, just to give you a sense of what they are and how they work. They are here on the screen. I'm going to go through briefly and talk a little bit about each one. And this is a very little snippet, but we're going to be getting into each of these patterns in a 4-week intro series that I've done before. And I love to introduce this work to people because it opens up so much compassion. I mean, the full title is Your Guide to Understanding Yourself and Others and Developing Emotional Maturity. It opens the door to a lot of compassion for yourself and for the people in your life to understand I'm not my patterns and neither are you. So here we go. So the first one is the leaving pattern. I forgot to say, the patterns correspond to body types. So that's why the first thing you see here is a body type. Because it's an energetic pathway, it shapes the way our bodies are formed, especially because we take these patterns on from a very early age. So the leaving pattern is this very thin or wiry, waifish kind of person. And the energy flow is up and out of the head, away from others. When scared, the mantra of the person who does this pattern is it's not safe to be here, I'm out of here. This person will seek safety by limiting contact and incoming energy from other people, leaving their body. um, the arrow is up and out of the head here, and leaving the situation. This The person who does this pattern has a fear of physical embodiment, of actually being in a body, being in this plane, in the physical. They doubt the right to exist and even the value of physical existence. And when they're in pattern, their energy flows away. Seems pretty obvious. Next up is the merging pattern. This is the soft and rounded kind of body type. Also has kind of a baby face, puppy dog eyes. And the energy flow is towards others, out of the core and right into the core of the nearest person around them. The mantra here is I have a need, but I can't have it. You do it for me. Or the flip side of that is I have a need, but I can't have it. Let me take care of you instead. This is the classic overgiving, constant caregiver. When overwhelmed, a person who does this pattern seeks safety by merging and looking to others to fill their needs or filling the needs of others. The main issues of the person who does this is having needs and being able to take in and digest nutrients and nourishment. They doubt the right to have and the need to have. Sorry, the right to need or the right to have. And this kind of goes back to like early developmental age of just like taking in enough nourishment and like feeling full and pushing away. And then in the pattern, energy goes to the other to rescue, because like needs are bad, so I need someone else to take care of this for me. The enduring pattern is the strong, stocky body, heavy hips and thighs, and the energy you can see with all these arrows is in and down. It's like a very kind of heavy, stuck kind of energy. The mantra is, you can't make me. I'm going to pull my energy in and go down towards the earth where you can't get to me. That's how they seek safety, by resisting others and actually turning their will against themselves. Like that is how it kind of can feel like a very stuck energy, even when they want something, and it can be hard to act to get it. Their main issue is with claiming their own space, acting to express themselves. They doubt their right to act, to have autonomy. And as I mentioned, the energy flow is inside, it's hunkered down. The aggressive pattern, it's the broad, like kind of the typical like V-shaped athletic, we think of as like that sort of like ripped person, although men and women do this both. It's not just men who do this, but the energy flows up and out, it's inflating, and this is because it's like an I'm alone, I trust no one, so it's like always ready for a fight kind of energy. And they're seeking safety by rejecting their own needs, idealizing power, and then dominating and controlling other people. Main issues are trusting others, like feeling like something's bigger than themselves and being held, and like that someone cares. And so they don't trust anyone, they don't feel safe. It's always kind of a fight or flight kind of a vibe. And in pattern, the energy flows to the will to survive. That's like the always ready to fight, always ready to like defend, and like duke it out, because there's no safety ever. And the fifth pattern type is called the rigid pattern, and this is the body type that's like very fit, sort of just like all over, athletic, um, not symmetrical, proportionate. That's the word I'm looking for. And the energy flow is kind of constricted. It's like tight, and their mantra is, there's one right way for everything. It's the church of the one right way. So this is someone who's like really containing and like they correct themselves. They're always kind of like controlling and making sure they act appropriately. And they reference the rules. It's like, what should I do here instead of what do I want to do, you know? They don't trust themselves. They don't kind of like have an authentic self to reference, because they're just so used to externally referencing the rules. And so they have a doubt that it's okay to feel and it's okay to trust themselves. And in pattern, the energy flows to rules to form and to order. So that's the quick overview. We'll be doing a deeper dive over 4 weeks into each of these patterns to get a really deeper sense of how they can really be helpful in one's life, and how they can really open up a new way of relating to people and relating to oneself, because it's not about, there's a way to heal the patterns and all of that, but it's about recognizing the patterns. So, and recognizing when one is in pattern, and then being able to come back to presence, which is who we really are. And that's where all the magic happens. So I hope you'll join me. I'm really excited. All of the details are in the link or in the information just below this video. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.